53% of Americans say that the U.S. representative in Congress from their particular district deserves to be reelected, but, and mark my words carefully here, just 20% of Americans say that most members of Congress deserve to be reelected. Look at that 33-point spread between those two numbers. Not unusual. In a number of situations, we find that Americans are more positive about things that are local, like their congressperson, rather than they are when we ask them to generalize about things across the country, like Congress in general. And certainly we're finding it here. Now, let me highlight for you the fact that that 20% is the lowest that we have found in our Gallup poll history of asking the question. Just to refresh you, 20% of Americans now say that most members of Congress deserve to be reelected. That goes along with our historic low congressional job approval rating, the low ratings for the honesty and ethics of members of Congress, and so on. Many measures that you've seen us report here at Gallup.com about Congress are at or near the lowest that we found in history, and now we have another to add to the list. 20% of Americans say most members of Congress deserve to be reelected. Those numbers have been low before, but never this low. Now, the 53% of Americans who say that the representative from their district deserves to be reelected is low, but that's not the historic low. There were percentages roughly the same as we're finding now back in 1992, back in 1994, and we actually found the all-time low on that measure, 49%, which came in 2010 prior to the midterm elections when there was a big turnover. So for whatever reason, Americans are historically low in their estimates of whether or not most members of Congress deserve to be reelected, but when we ask them about their local representative in Congress, the numbers are low, but not at historic lows. Key question politically, of course, is how all this will play out in the November 2012 elections, when all members of Congress are up for re-election and about a third of the Senate's up for re-election. In 2010, Democrats were in control of the House, and voters threw out a lot of Democrats, and Republicans surged and gained seats. It's a little more questionable now about what's going to happen in November, but we'll monitor it for you and try to make predictions as we get closer to that period of time. All I can tell you now is that here's another measure showing that Americans are very negative on Congress as a body. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.